Welcome back to the Warrior Minute. And over the last few days, or a couple of days, we've been talking about this mysterious robot and how its strategy to succeed in life and what it does, and how our mind naturally does this, where we'll just sort of work towards a peak, and then once we reach the top, we'll just kind of walk in circles. And what happens is we just get too afraid to go down through the valley to reach a higher peak or even reach a better peak. And talking about that, there's a lot of different ways that it can be interpreted. But what I want to get across today is, how are you going to choose the best peak? How are you going to choose what is the best peak for you? And everybody is in a little bit different position. Everyone's looking for different things in different areas of their life. So this is why we started in the very beginning by going over what are your goals, what are your ambitions for life, what do you want out of life at the bigger picture. So maybe you want to make some more money in your job or in your business, but the big picture goal probably isn't just to make more money. It's probably something to do with what you want to do with that money. Investing it in family or charity or creating a legacy for your family name. All of those things are good options. So when you're looking at your peaks and you're looking at where you are in life and where you're going, look at those bigger goals at the same time and begin to consider how your peaks, how your smaller goals are fitting in with the bigger goals. And do they match up? Do they line up? If not, you may need to make some adjustments. Another important thing to realize is this robot, when it starts out, it's looking at the highest peak. It's going for the highest peak and what it sees as the best. But once it reaches the top, it can see a different peak. It can see other options. And this is another thing that happens very frequently, is we can't necessarily know the best goal or the best thing to be aiming for or shooting for. But if we work on where we are, from where we are, and become the best at that, other peaks begin to present themselves. You begin to see other options and other opportunities. And sometimes all it is a small tweak to what you're doing to get you a lot closer to your ultimate goal. Other times you've got to go through that valley. You've got to maybe shut down a business and reopen a different business. You've got to go through a peak of making less, or a valley of making less money. All of those things can happen. But what I want to get across, the most important thing, is to just choose the best peak possible, but be flexible and be open to that potentially changing in the future. It shouldn't change at the drop of a hat, but you should be open to changing it when you are clearly presented with a much better option. Thank you so much for watching, Warriors, and we'll see you in the next Warriors Minute.